First time Ilayaraja is composing film.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows his genius, and everybody is aware of his work, and as I am, and I've had perhaps a little more better fortune of spending time with him personally. I visited his home, spent time with him there, sat around with his son in their little music room in his house. You know what I was saying about sometimes the nature and character of an individual exhibits or comes out in his creativity. When you go into Ilayaraja's house, it's like a pilgrimage. You know, everything is so right and is so aesthetic and so subtle and beautiful, and it's all very organic. There's nothing superfluous. There's no plastic. There's no chandeliers, or you know what I mean? It just exhibits what this man is inside.
Purity.
And so when you hear his music, there is that purity, wonderful word that you brought, is that purity of his expression, because there is the purity about the atmosphere that he lives in, and the temples and the brass vessels and the furniture and just the demeanor within his house. It's one of great calm and peace and great respectability. You know, the interaction between his family members. So when he comes out with the kind of work that he has been bringing out so many years, it's just unbelievable. And you can imagine that, yes, if you were to visit his house before you heard his work, you would know after hearing his work, yeah, this can come out from this guy only. I didn't agree with you earlier on. I said, why do you want to use Ilayaraja? And not because of his talent, but because he wanted to use some of his old works. And he said he's going to revamp them.
Right.
And I said, I hope this film gets over as soon as possible so we can get rid of this guy, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. But my word, I eat humble pie when I finally see the result in the music and how it gradually grows on you.
Yes, it does.
Which is there with all great composers. You know, you hear A.R. Rahman and you never like his music the first time you hear it, but you know, it gradually just grows on you and grows on you and grows on you and becomes superlative. And I think that's what the greatness of Ilayaraja really is. He composed a symphony, which was played by the London Philharmonic Orchestra. And you know, he had never heard his own symphony. Because, you know, Western music, it can be written, unlike Indian classical music, which you can't write. So he wrote the entire symphony, played by the London Philharmonic Orchestra at this fantastic Albert Hall, Royal Albert Hall, and he sat there in the audience and heard his own work for the first time.
Wow.
It's really magnificent experience.
Ability to be
and he
so
wept
away.
because he'd never heard it.
You're so one with his work.
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
just became him, and he could be away from it.
Yes.
Very few people have that.
Tremendous.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
quality and ability. Treating work as their worship.
Yes,
Their
yes.
own.
It also, I think, has something to do with southern India, where there is a great amount of respect for discipline and culture, and there's a certain reverence to everything creative, or everything that is perhaps orthodox or
From your culture.
from our culture and
anything.
from our time past.
Yeah.